What's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode of the GhettoRig podcast. For those who don't know, my name is Eddie. To my left, we have my co-host Jay and Miggy back there controlling all the stuff.
I don't have the stream deck.
Yeah.
Well, what happened to your wrist, Miggy?
Before going on my Hubbard's trip this weekend, I needed to get some glue, some super glue. My mom ended up having granite glue, and I wanted to use it on my foam cover for my Apache case because it sits on top, but it falls off every time you open the case, and it's cement. Like, it's fucking, you can't open it. And she was trying to open it with a screwdriver, like the tip of it, to kind of like, and I gave it a try, and I fucking went off and
You nicked your hand.
Let me see.
I did it once, and I was like,
Oh, no, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about right here. It looked like you had like
this
a...
right here?
Yeah.
Looks like you have a bruise.
I got my blood drawn.
Okay.
That's why.
From there?
Yeah, so they couldn't find my vein.
Oh, they
here,
couldn't find
so
it.
she just went the easier route, and I am probably gonna avoid that the next time I go because
That's annoying.
That doesn't look good.
Well,
Yeah.
the reason they do that is because they keep fucking poking you. That's why you keep fucking bleeding, because they keep nicking the vein, right? And
that particular one, that was only once, maybe twice actually.
yeah,
But
every time they nick it, you're gonna have the...
my mama has a really bad luck with that. They pinched like 6-7 times last time she went. She had it all bruised up. She had like pop.
They say if you drink a lot of water right before you go, it makes it easier. Because I have that issue. Like, they'll poke my vein, and my vein goes fucking flat. Like,
Yeah.
just...
I've never had
Shuts
an
off.
issue.
I personally don't drink too much water myself.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know why.
I make sure I hydrate the shit out of my body before the blood.
I've been trying to drink more water.
I don't know why, but I used to drink a lot of water, especially when I was working at the UFC gym. Like, the first month I was working at my new job, I was drinking a lot of water, and then lately I just been weaning off. Like, I go to work, and I barely take any sips out of my bottle.
Yeah. That's
And
bad.
I don't know why, but I guess work, and
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
I'm really bad at drinking water, too.
Me too, speaking of that.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, guys, 2 words about our sponsors. Vitality 1 and 2. One in Pinellas Park, the other one downtown St. Petersburg. And UFC Gym Largo in St. Petersburg. Bringing you
What
the
is-
episode.
103?
This is 203.
203, sorry, yeah.
4.
204?
4. 4.
We'll
Episode
get back
4.
to that. We'll get back.
204.
We'll get back to that, yeah.
It's 204, yeah.
So, we got
So-
some stuff here today for that Jay brought us. I mean, I'm a little
Yeah.
scared, to be honest, but
You wanna do that first?
I mean, we can jump right into that. I don't see why not. Let's get the fun stuff right to start. Let's go right into it.
Yeah, so so we did this because I don't know if, because I've been getting this on my Instagram as advertising, right? Specifically, these Final Boss sour candy, and of course they have several levels: level 1, 2, and 3. And we ain't gonna bitch out and get level 1. We right away got level 3. Apparently, these are real fruit. Real fruit.
I'm just thinking of the feeling because I know what this is like. I'm gonna probably tear up,
Yeah.
and like my cheeks are gonna like want to kill me.
Yeah. So, but before that, we also got so this is the 2 out of
I'd rather do this.
This is 2 out of the 3 that I ordered. So there's another one that's on the way that's coming.
What? What do you mean? You mean you have another one?
Another one that's coming. Yeah, we're gonna do another one, and then we're gonna be able to compare to see
which is the spiciest?
which is the spiciest
the
one.
the sour. Sorry.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we'll keep a couple of these packs. You know, we'll do some right now.
I'm
and we'll
happy
keep
you
couple-
did sour because if it was spicy, I wouldn't do it.
No, spicy.
Spicy
dumb, yeah.
hurts too much.
Yeah, you talking about like the cinnamon candy, right? Like
No,
those-
I mean like you know how they have like the 1-chip challenge and stuff.
Oh
like that?
yeah.
I
One
wouldn't
chip
do
challenge,
it.
bro. I've done the 1-chip challenge, and you know I eat spicy.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't spicy. More
It
than
just
anything, gave me
hurts.
pain, like
Like,
stomach pain.
That's what a lot of people say. That gives you stomach pain. Actually, you know they pulled that shit off the. I remember when I was working Bimbo doing the trucking, they pulled that shit off the shelves because it killed someone.
Yeah, it gives me stomach pain. It doesn't like it's spicy, whatever, but it's not like so spicy that you're like, oh my god. It literally just gives me fucking stomach ache, more than anything. But all right, so I say let's start with some toxic waste up in here.
Yeah, that's a classic. We've all had this. I had this growing up.
So here, guys, the first one in the house. We're doing this so you don't have to, guys. So I'm gonna start with the basic toxic
Ooh,
waste.
Black cherry. I don't remember.
Yeah,
this
there's
one.
a couple of flavors in this one. So what do we got here?
Why do I feel like this is not the OG toxic? This looks a little different.
Could be not the OG one. So
this
we
looks
have
a little knocked off.
we
You're
have
not gonna eat something toxic
hazardous-
here, right, Jay?
huh?
This is not like voodoo. This is not bullshit candy, right?
No, it's lemon.
Not number one bullshit guy. No.
No. Lemon, blue raspberry, black cherry, watermelon, and apple. I have tried the watermelon and apple. I have my reservations about it.
Mickey, what flavor?
What flavor do you want, Miggy? Lemon?
You have to participate.
Give you one? You want me to go easy on you? Or you want me like give you what I think is gonna be the craziest?
So just do it.
All right, I'm gonna give you this one here. This is good.
What is
Everybody
that?
love watermelon.
Oh,
I'm gonna go lemon. I'm gonna go lemon because I think lemon might be stronger. Because you said that some flavors are gonna be stronger
I
than
think
the other
so.
ones.
I think definitely there's.
Hope I'm not
flavors.
getting any allergies by eating this because I have like sensitivity to lemon. But you know,
I don't think it has.
all for the
real
chat,
lemon
right?
flavoring.
All for the peeps.
Did you already toss it in? Oh damn! All right, let's go for it.
Yeah, Luma, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go for it. See what's going on.
Is this good towards the end at least?
Huh? I don't just gotta eat it, bro.
Is this good towards the end?
Oh no, but and I got Zen in at the same time. I don't think this is the right move.
No.
It's definitely not the right move to eat the lemon. I can tell you that.
It's not that bad. It's not that sour.
No, it's not.
I feel like this is how you get me to try that bullshit.
Yeah,
The other one's gonna be worse, guaranteed.
I gave you.
Guaranteed is gonna.
I
be
gave
worse.
you a good
This
flavor.
is not bad. It's good.
I gave
It had
you.
an initial kick and then it went away.
Yeah.
This is nothing. This is like level 1. You gotta go from level 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to take a big jump. I think.
Let's hope so. Because
It's
when,
good. I like this black cherry one. It's fire.
It's not bad. It's good at the end.
Yeah. It's nice and sweet
well, it's got a little surprise at the very end.
now. Yeah, it's sour again, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not. I don't know if there used to be more
You
sour.
realize we're breaking like the number one podcasting rule of not eating shit because now we all sound like idiots.
Well,
with candy.
I'm not smacking my mouth like this while I'm talking. I'm just, keep me cool. Keep it down.
Lemon is
You
definitely
gotta
not.
savor it, bro.
But I'm biased, right?
Even
So
when you're not talking, just
I am not. I'm biased. I don't like lemon flavor anything
Then why did you do the lemon flavor?
because I wanted to see if it's actually spicier or more sour than all the other ones I ate.
Was it?
A little bit. I don't know if it was more sour or is it more like that I don't like lemon flavor and just adds to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
I feel like they all probably have the same initial kick. Just probably all the same sour coating on the outside. You know what I mean? Like it's just had the
Yeah.
hard candy and they fucking dip it in that shit.
yeah, I think that's what they do. Yeah.
I mean, I remember they used to always have these in school. Like in middle school, I used to see this a lot.
these are the ones that had the guy with the blowing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They look different from what I remember. Look them up, Mickey. See if you can find like a different design because I don't remember this shit.
Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about the lemon. I know watermelon is really good. Sour apple is really good, but those
I
are
suggest the black cherry. I like it.
cherry is another one of those flavors I don't like. Like grape. Grape is
But
probably
it's not
by
normal
far
cherry.
the
It's
worst
like
that I
actually
like.
black cherry.
Yeah.
It's a little different. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, those are the ones I remember. Warheads. Yeah, we used to have those warheads.
But see, I wanted to get something that's gonna be like extra sour, right? Extreme sour, and everybody was talking about these toxic waste being extra sour. But
Yeah.
I don't know if nothing crazy. Yeah. All right,
Let's
so
go
let's
ahead
well.
Mm.
You will open one pack and then see what's up instead of opening bunch packs and not being able
Because
to eat it.
because there's multiple in one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just open one.
Yeah.
I'll open this one and hand it around.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be a fucking psychopath. And you're gonna
Oof,
sit out
this
home eating
shit-
these.
Yeah, guys. So this okay. So this is what you probably get this on your Instagram advertise.
Damn.
So
This looks scary.
Yeah.
does it? Let me see what it looks like. Oh shit! Yeah, that do look scary.
This looks scary. Whatever it's coated in it well.
What is that again?
It's strawberries, like actual strawberries. but
Yeah,
they-
these are real fruit. So let me read this a little bit. So this one
Let
has
me
real
finish
fruit
my
in it.
warhead, like-
Yeah, it says
Shit already.
yeah, I'm trying to crack it down.
epic sour, 105 calories. Looks like by field they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strawberries in there. There's dry strawberries. So it says no artificial ingredients. Uses
No
real
artificial.
fruit. High in antioxidants. Epic sour. Okay. 11 grams of added sugar.
What if it's less than the thing? That's the only thing I'm thinking. What if it's less?
Yeah.
All right, I took one.
I'm still munching on mine. Make it go.
Wait, do I wait for you guys or just go for it?
I mean,
I'm gonna take one immediately.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm just gonna go for it then.
Fuck it, I'll do 2.
Whoa.
What y'all think? First thoughts.
Sour?
It's
It's
it's sour, boy.
it's fucking sour.
It's sour.
Oh yeah, that's sour.
That make your eye twitch. Yeah, it's sour.
It's sour.
That one is sour.
But that's
I
good.
don't know what
That's
else-
good
The
though.
dried strawberries is good.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I used to go to this fresh market. Still there, I think, on 58th. Next to your house? 58th and 54th?
Oh, the strawberry itself is sour too.
Yeah.
The whole thing is sour.
I started
Oh.
chewing instantly.
I'm enjoying it.
I'll do another one. It's not bad. Just to get the double experience. To make
These
sure.
are good. These are good. Now, if you like sour, these are really good.
Mm-hmm. If you like sour, this is like top tier sour candy right here because it's actually good. The dried strawberries.
Yeah, it's not
are fine.
chemically sour. It's actually like. Nigga, you?
I had a second one.
Let me enjoy the one that I have still.
All right, let me go another number two. Let's go number 2.
That one hits harder because you're already like pre-coated in sour shit. Oh,
Now, who gonna
damn,
be?
son.
If I open this, would you lick it?
No. Fucking pause, Jay.
That's a strike, dog.
Yeah, that's a strike.
Dog. No homo shit.
You gotta say no strike before you say that, though.
I'm gonna do it. Hold on.
No, you crazy. Just licking the tip of my finger is fucking.
Oh yeah, that was sour. That hurt my throat.
That's
Yeah. Strike
that's
two.
a strike too. You better not get a third one within the fucking hour of the pod, right?
How did they do it? How they probably dipped the strawberry in that.
Let me see the packaging on one of the closed ones. I'm gonna take these to work. I'm gonna take one to work tomorrow and get the guys to try it.
It's pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie. This is actually pretty good.
I wouldn't say it's good. It's sour.
Yeah.
So it's got strawberries, cane sugar, and then high oleic sunflower oil, and then it says citric acid and malic acid.
Citric acid is what makes it sour.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it sour, and it's a preservative as well. So is malic acid.
So they just
They're
put a
both.
shit ton of it.
Yeah, citric acid is basically like they call it lemon salt. Basically, that's what it is.
Orange
Okay.
juice.
Hmm?
Just salt. I mean, dried orange juice.
Basically, wait. Citric acid is the ingredient of citrus, right?
They let that shit sit on cups. They just let it sit on a table, let it crust up and dry up, and then they scrape it off, and then they put it on the side of the candy.
Hey, and may I say, this is like some fire packaging.
Yeah, it's good packaging.
Like it's pretty cool. I like
Yeah,
it.
but here's the thing: how many packets came in there? 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 packs. That was $20.
Damn, son. So these aren't cheap. Yeah.
No. So you're looking
But
at
you want to know
$2.50
something?
a
Can
pack.
I'll say something. Dried strawberries in the first place are not cheap.
not cheap. Yeah.
Is there one remaining in the packaging?
No.
No, that was it.
No, just open a new one.
If you
we'll
want
kill
another
it.
one, yeah, we'll kill it.
We'll kill it.
Later.
It's not bad. I'm not gonna say it's not bad.
So we have another one coming in. What's the other one? Do you like? What is it? Is it strawberries?
I'll
What is
tell
it?
you. I'll tell you the name of the other one.
I don't know. That was interesting. I don't.
No, I
it's-
feel like all this sour, because I've been seeing on Instagram people putting it in their mouth and going like shaking and stuff. I think majority of that is acting because it's not that sour. Like I was expecting these like crazy sour candy feel, but it's really not.
I don't know if I would say it's acting. I feel like what they're doing is like showing their expression in the moment to the full extent, kind of thing. Because, like, I feel like, for example, when you're eating it, you kind of hold back. Oh, there you go, Miguel. If you want another one, there's an open pack right
The
there.
other one is not sour. I forgot. The other one is not sour.
What is it?
So I got 5 packs of the other one.
What is the other
The
one?
name of the other one is Bean Boozled.
No.
That one is gonna be interesting.
do
Why?
I don't want to do that one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, bro. There's no other way around it.
But
you're gonna
there's
have
literally
to.
like a bean that is like, okay, vanilla, and the other one's like trash.
Or rotten eggs.
Yeah, rotten eggs. Come
Yes,
on, bro.
that's exactly what we'd be eating.
No,
Yeah.
bro, I can't do that.
I'm sorry,
You're
you're gonna have to.
You want me to throw up on the pod? Is that what you want?
Bro, it's for the chat, man.
For the chat.
For
Fuck
the chat.
that, man. God.
Yeah,
damn
we're
it,
getting
Jay.
Bean Boozled for sure. We're
I'd
doing
rather
Bean Boozled
do
challenge.
spicy
So this one,
than eat fucking rotten. Oh my god.
this one has
like
several
grass.
flavors.
It was like grass and watermelon.
So this one, let me go get to the bottom of this and tell you
man.
exactly what it is.
Come on, Jay. Damn it.
This one's got vomit,
Fuck you.
garlic.
That's not as bad.
It's
that's just
got
gonna
it's got
be-
those flavors that you don't want, right?
Duh.
It's got all of those flavors
That's
you
the
don't
whole.
want.
That's the whole point. God damn.
Let
I'm
me
not. Miggy's got to do it if I'm doing it.
I'm just recording. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and it's a game. Apparently, it's a game, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
a game.
a fucking shitty game.
If you ask me, I think it's a great game. You know, it's an amazing game.
This motherfucker, bro.
So I went fishing on Hubbard's Marina.
How did that go?
You went fishing. You went recording, right?
Well, I don't even want to claim that boat, honestly. They did so fucking bad. We caught a bunch of porgies and grunts, but we catch bigger grunts inshore.
Damn, that bad?
It was bad.
Yeah, that sucks.
One red grouper.
You have cold weather, man. How the hell?
Well,
you gonna
that's the
catch fish
thing.
with
It
cold
warmed up
weather?
that day.
It don't matter.
that was the
Already
day.
warming
It
up.
started warming up
It
that
don't
day.
matter, man.
Bro, I caught a bass that day.
I caught
It
her
don't
cold.
matter, man.
He said
Yeah,
I caught a bass that day fishing 45 minutes. That's
You know-
not even 20, 30.
I know we're talking fishing, but I say these toxic waste definitely don't get these. Not worth it, in my opinion. Because they're very chemically, taste-wise.
Yes.
Very chemically. They're not great.
I mean, it kind of says it on the thing.
Yeah.
Toxic waste.
But the other one is good.
Mickey,
The
you
other
went on
one's
an overnight trip,
Yeah.
right? And how was that? How far did you guys go out? What was that like?
I don't know exactly how far they went out. I know what the depth was of the waters that they were fishing. They started around 50, 60 feet, and then they moved up to 80, almost 90 feet. And then they started heading back. The first 2-3 spots they got there, and there was nothing going on. It was a fucking pain in the ass to get the anchor.
Damn.
To like sit right because it just kept moving, and they spent about solid 45 minutes trying to anchor up on the third spot.
Damn. That
Yeah.
bad. Was it choppy out there? Is that what it was, or?
It wasn't choppy. There wasn't that many waves. It's just I don't know the way the fucking ocean was moving that day. I don't know, but it wasn't choppy. It wasn't too bad. I took my
So during the time when they drop an anchor, you can't fish?
no, because the engines are running. You don't want the engines to get fucked up. And also, it's if the boat's moving around and shit, the people's line start getting stuck and weave together. A lot of the people fishing, I think, on that trip were newer too, and there were some younger kids as well, so they didn't know how to fish exactly. What happens is if you're not using around the same weight as the people around you, you're probably gonna get tangled to somebody else. So what they recommend is using heavier weights and try and use the same weights.
Yeah, so when you pitch down, your ship moves in the current kind of accordingly, like in the same fashion, right? Versus when you have different weights pitching down from the same
what's
spot,
the weight that people use
they can
usually?
move around at different movements and they get tangled.
What's the weight people use usually?
What do you mean?
How many ounces?
Depends on the conditions.
What do they have those things on hand? But how do you know which weights to bring?
Well,
gotta
it
bring
depends
some
on the
weight.
conditions, right? So you can be using things like, for example, at that depth, I mean, 2 ounce with some bigger rigs.
2 ounce?
Yeah.
No. We're probably looking here.
They're like 5, no?
6 ounce.
Really?
Sometimes even 7 or 8s.
But I'm saying like in really good condition, they don't use that small, no.
No, you can, but people are
It
gonna
won't
get
go-
mad at you.
Yeah, it won't go deep. It won't go deep fast enough. Like you're gonna be sitting there for like
I mean,
5 minutes.
I've
waiting for it to hit
fished.
the
I've
bottom.
fished 60 foot with an ounce and a half on a spinning reel. No issues. I mean, I understand what he's saying though. Like you not having the same rig as people around you is gonna fuck shit up because your shit's gonna move differently than how theirs does, right? And it's gonna mess with like just think of it as like all being power lines
I get it.
pitched. You
I
know,
wonder what the bottom of the boat looks like when everybody's cast it out and there's just a shit ton of line. Like I want to see what a picture.
I think what
I
like
don't
the
think you'll be able to see the lines though.
Not
I
the
think what
lines,
would be
but
really
maybe,
cool
like, the people fishing outside.
is you know how we have like drones for making cool stuff for cinematography and shit like that.
The submarines for that shit.
Yeah, that'd be fucking sick. But the whole thing is no,
How do you pick it up?
there's no way to connect to stuff wirelessly like that underwater, like without with cheaply. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like the systems that submarines and shit like that.
I guess you
use,
can do it on a waterproof cords and stuff like that. But
Well,
then
then
the
they would,
maintenance
no,
of that
but then
shit.
and then that means a cable is attached to the device, and that kind of defeats the purpose. At that point, you just take a GoPro and get the longest stick you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if it's a big boat like that, I don't care how long that stick is.
Yeah, but how long of a cable are you gonna fucking
20,
carry?
30 feet?
Ah, fuck that. That's like complicated. It's gonna get tangled with shit. You know what I mean? Down there, you want something that's like a drone that flies free or swims free in this case.
Yeah.
But I just I don't think they have like.
Fucking just get a submarine, bro. Take pictures
Yeah,
from
just-
inside.
Yeah,
Oh.
like yesterday when we were
Submarine,
on the
yeah.
way to Sarasota, we saw a vet, like a nice baby blue, not baby blue, it was more in between, like it wasn't baby blue, it wasn't royal blue, it was like the in between.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like to your brother, like, let's just go and get one of those, bro. Come on.
I would. It's a nice car.
Yeah, it's a
You know
nice
what you
car.
need to get for the family once you get a child and shit. You gotta get one of those cars that have that are boats that turn into boats. So you can just pull up to the ramp. And you just gotta fucking get out and then pull out of the ramp.
That'd
put
be
the fucking
sick.
wheels down.
I don't think, like, to be honest, I don't think those cars are that. Number one, they're probably not that popular. Number two,
Super expensive.
it's super expensive.
Super complicated.
Super
Probably
complicated.
breaks all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably unreliable as shit.
Yeah.
You better have the Coast Guard on hand, my nigga.
You better have accurate college around.
Yeah, I don't know how to go. So
You
Eddie,
said Coast Guard? You said
Yeah.
Coast Guard?
Yeah.
Coast Guard doesn't operate within like 5 miles or
yeah, you're not
miles.
gonna, like, you
have to
gotta
be
get the
further
towing
out.
services
So
again.
they'll call either towing services or local colleges like Eckerd College that have SAR programs.
Okay.
And they charge. They
No,
charge.
Well, Eckerd-
College
Eckerd,
doesn't
no,
operate.
yeah,
Eckerd-
They've saved us 5 times and we've tipped them like $60 in total.
Eckerd College does it for free. That's crazy.
They're the real ones, bro.
Yeah.
They be out there.
I guess to
what's
them,
the point of them doing that?
I don't know. I think it has to do with they probably have like students
They have a program.
that have a
I
program
looked
that
into
go through, and they have basically they part of them getting certified for maybe the Coast Guard to go do that kind of thing or whatever it
So
is.
as a student, you come in every day hoping somebody can get stranded.
You are on call.
I bet they do it every
24.
day.
7, I think, or a certain amount of days. You're 24 hours, like on call.
Shit.
So you're basically on campus. I'll look it up here real quick to get you the.
Damn, I
exact
didn't know it was
information.
like that.
I
Even as a
looked into it.
student.
Yes.
Damn.
You know what's
I looked into it and then I realized that Eckerd College was a private college and how much it costs to
Yeah.
go to a private college. I was like, SPC, let's go.
You know, talking about that, talking about jobs, you know who gets paid like hella money? Traffic controllers. Like the airplane traffic controllers. The ones
Yeah,
that
bro.
sit in a tower.
They
They make bank,
they
bro.
were
Like I'm
lying
talking
on-
about 150K to start with.
I'm pretty sure you gotta go to school for that, don't you?
Yeah. You go to school for that, but I think it's only a 2-year school.
Oh,
It's not
really?
a 4-year school. No, it's only 2-year school.
But I feel like that's such a that's so much responsibility.
It is, but it's not as much responsibility as a pilot. Like friend of
No,
mine works for
more
Delta.
more
Boy,
res-
cleaning 400K a year.
But I feel like that's more responsibility than the pilot because you're directing everything. You can really cause like how many times have that happened? You know, like people landing unsafely and shit like that because one of those guys fucked up. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what Eckerd College's ECSAR is. It's a highly trained group of student volunteers who work closely with the U.S. Coast Guard, 9/11 Emergency Medical Response, and other state and local agencies to answer more than 500 maritime distress calls per year. ECSAR.
Oh shit, more than 500. So that means
they
they're
do.
getting 2 a day.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that's what I was
Damn.
saying. Yeah, I feel like you were thinking that, they just wait and every once in a while. No, I was gonna say
They're
like,
out there, bro.
that shit happens on the daily, bro. Especially in an area like this, bro. There's so many people on the water. People are getting stranded every day.
I still got that sugar in.
I have it in my fucking teeth, bro. Still sour.
Mm-hmm.
ECSAR is one of the most unique co-curricular programs available to full-time degree-seeking.
How much is that shit? How much is to go to Ecker College?
Like 50-something thousand a year.
Get the fuck
No
out.
way.
Yeah, it's a private college.
No,
Get the
no,
fuck
no,
out.
no. I don't think it's that expensive. One semester at Eckerd College. Just put a semester because that's what usually they charge, like the averages.
Oh shit. Joe used to live in a condo straight across from Eckerd in college. Those rich kids love to party. My ex-fiance
Look,
went
full
to that
time
school.
tuition. God damn, bro, that shit did say 51,000. Get the fuck out of here.
Damn. But that's probably including board and stay in
And
a room.
I was about
This is
to.
gonna do a whole fucking calculator.
Yeah, that's probably, yeah, full-time tuition. That's probably
What is
board
this?
and everything.
Also, do they have in-state and out-of-state, or no? Because they're private.
Probably not.
Because they're private, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, they got a meal plan for sweet 7,000.
Meal plan.
I mean, if you're gonna get a tier B plan, you might as well just get the tier A, bro. It's not that big of a difference, and I hope the food's better.
What do you mean? There's no difference between tier. Oh yeah, there is a little bit.
I mean, what the fuck?
$7,000 for a year. That's not bad actually, if you think about it. Because
That's food alone.
yeah, but that's $7,000.
But look what
for
it
9
says
months,
though.
bro?
Go down. You see how it says 250 blocks? Does that mean you have like 250 meal credits?
Probably
for the
that's
year?
what you got.
And you see how it goes down for each one. 170, 130, 210.
250 meals, man. That's a meal a day. That's literally what that is.
What do you mean? You have 365 days, man.
Yeah, but you only go for 9 months. Remember, full semester is 9 months. They don't count the summer.
Right, I get what you're saying.
So 250 would be, 9 months.
Look how many miscellaneous fees there are.
Application fee, audit fee. Damn. I pay you to check my shit?
Damn, Joe. You had a little sugar mama going on for you.
Oof, we gotta check that out. But yeah, I pay audit fee. You tell me I gotta pay you to make sure I'm not cheating? What the fuck? I'm paying $600 for that shit.
Yeah, they charge for everything, clearly.
Study abroad fee.
Can you go see how much is the air controller school cost and what are the salaries on
This
that?
is straight from their website, by the way. So they're telling you how much.
Yeah, the webs they usually
Oh,
do.
that's just the tuition. That's not even board or
That is
anything.
tuition, bro. That's just tuition.
Shit, so if you're doing a board and everything, that's another probably consider $1,500 for an apartment per month.
And then what is the average?
another-
What is the average interest on student loans?
Right now,
Yeah.
probably 11%.
God damn!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And you know what's the funny part about that? You can bankrupt. You'll never bankrupt a student loan.
No, never.
Never.
Wow.
Never.
Wow.
Wow.
God
Can
damn.
you go?
11%?
Yeah.
And that's APR, right? Like a
Yeah.
car loan would be.
Yeah.
So you gotta pay 11% of
Yeah,
whatever
bro.
you owe every year.
In a good conditions,
damn,
in a good
bro.
like in a 2% or 3%, they're like 7, 8. Student loans ain't cheap, bro.
And student loans, is this like the same thing based off your credit score and shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
And so that's why most kids get fucked because they get their student loan at 18 with no credit, this and that.
It doesn't matter even if you have credit.
I thought you were saying, but isn't the same do they not have better percentages if you have better credit?
No, the minimums are at 9% and between 6 and a 9 depending what the interest rates
That
are.
shit's still a bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. God
Yeah.
damn. And that's 1 year, bro.
Yes.
So you tell me you're gonna pay $200,000 for the school
Yeah.
and then pay 11% APR?
That's why.
And
I
for
said-
Eckerd College,
That's-
Eckerd College
bro,
is not even known
bro.
for being that top
We
tier
get
school.
the
Homie.
commercials because we live here.
Yeah.
That's why I said I wanted to do the ECSAR. I wanted to do the cool shit, but then I looked at the tuition and it said 51,000. I'm gonna
Well,
go look at computers at
you also have
SPC.
to
Yeah.
understand that this is
Fuck
usually their
that.
average, right? So there could be programs that they have that are less. You know,
So
you
they
never
do have
know.
a lot of scholarships and shit like that as well that you can apply for. That's another thing.
FAFSA ain't covering 51,000.
No, but they have like private, they have like private scholarships and shit like that.
Yeah, but those scholarships, bro, like, yeah, especially if you have to work, good luck getting scholarships and working and doing all
Bro,
that
I
shit.
will say,
bro.
like, the one thing I regret
don't work
with
that way.
school, you know, I did, by the way, get my diploma the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congrats.
It's bullshit, but,
Now you have extra toilet
What do you
paper.
want?
Congrats, you have a piece of paper to wipe your
yeah,
ass.
it's bullshit.
Yeah, literally.
It is bullshit. I'm not going to use it. It's going to sit in my email. My dad will love it, but hey, it's bullshit. Like, to me, it's,
Give it to your mom. She'll hang it on the wall.
yeah. Oh, I just got a
My shit's
PDF.
sitting
Oh,
in
you just
my-
got a PDF. They didn't even send you the real thing.
They
just
will.
sent you the PDF.
They will.
You know what?
in the
Okay.
mail.
My shit's sitting in my drawer. I'm just gonna bring that shit to work and I'm gonna fucking just put that bitch.
Man, my mom displays all of them bitches on the fucking
Yeah.
wall, bro.
I
All
seen
of
that. I
them.
seen that. I walked in. I was like, yeah, that's an educated ass.
Oh, shit.
Well,
But,
can you go
what
to
was I going to say?
air traffic controller school? How much is that? Because I mean, that you getting paid for that one. You know what I mean? So you're getting decent amount of money, decent coins. So it might actually be worth it. What does it cost? Doesn't it say?
It says it could be 2 or 4 year.
Yeah. So between $10,000 to $60,000.
That's too much of a range. Come on.
Depending on the program. So that's the full program, right?
There it says between 10 and 35.
Median salary is $130,000 right off the get.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Them boys make money. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 4. What is these?
So you
phases?
can get an approximate here of what it could be for the different phases.
But this is for the
Well,
pilot.
this is a
pilot program.
Yeah, that's pilot program.
What's
Now,
up?
pilot schools are difficult, man. Pilot schools are super difficult to pass. Like, it ain't no joke. Pilot
Yeah,
school.
for commercial pilot, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Their commercial degree cost. Here, click on that. $11,000. That's actually not bad at all.
12 grand a year? That's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
I thought it'd be a lot more.
Yeah, that's not bad
I
at
mean,
all.
what? But is this a 2-year degree?
Well, I mean, you make it whatever. You make it a 4-year degree. You're still, at that $13,000.
but you gotta remember, Jay, it always changes, right? When you do the first 2 years, one price, and then the moment you go for your bachelor's and that degree, it's double, triple the price. You know what I mean? Usually.
Masters was double, not the bachelor's.
The bachelor's is still more. You know what I mean?
You see what Joe
So
said?
yeah. Give me,
Joe.
if you want to give me at least
Yeah,
a
Joe.
quick run
Philosophy degree. That's crazy to me. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. $200,000 for a philosophy bachelor's degree, and even at bachelor's, you ain't nobody. You got to do the PhD and the masters and all of that shit to get a philosophy degree. And the best you can do is probably be a professor. That's it. Ain't nobody give a fuck about you. Jesus.
Jay, did you enjoy your humanities classes in college?
Humanities class? I don't even remember the humanities class. Yeah, actually, yeah, I did. The reason I enjoyed my humanities class, we called him the bulldog. This man would show up with a bow tie every time, nice white shirt and pants, and he had these droopy eyes, looked like an old bulldog. But this man was a wealth of fucking information, bro. Like, he would break it down. Like, he was part of the reason when I kind of started understanding more about religion, how that came about, like how he connected everything to like going like 10 Commandments, how they're connected to Hammurabi's laws, dating back. You know what I mean? This man was a wealth of knowledge. Like, he would explain things like the David statue. If you pull up David's statue has like hands of a grown man, like arms of a grown man, but the body of a young teenager, right? And he was saying that these are this is how the Greeks would like fetishize this shit, right? Like that was the whole thing about David, right? Because it's too muscular to be that young for the arms, but then not enough muscle on a
Like
body
the
to be a
torso
old man.
area?
Yeah, because if you pull up older Greek statues, the arms are the same, right? and then he would talk about Piata and all of these things, you know. So that meant, yeah, I actually enjoyed that humanities class, and that was because of the teacher, right?
2 seconds ago, he's like, I don't remember it.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
had to give him a second. He had to load. The files had to pull.
yeah. See, like that. Pull that picture to the left, to the right of your cursor, down that one. So that's a grown man. Like all the muscles are like developed as a grown man. But if you go back to David, David doesn't have that. Yeah, David is not like that. Yeah. So that was the whole idea, and you know he was pretty. He was pretty. Yeah. See, like there's no muscles on
I want to
David in the
see
back.
like when they're depicting the hair like this. Like, what does the actual hair that they were depicting look like? You know what I mean?
Actual Greek hair, they're curly like that.
I know, but like the statue says one thing, but then in real, like the actual picture of him would be different, right? Like an
I don't
actual
think.
what
I
he
don't think
looked
there
like.
is a picture of David. David,
No,
I don't
I
think
know.
David was a person.
I know. I'm saying like that style of hair, because I'm sure there was other statues that that looked just like that of real people.
The reason why I brought that up was because I still have my religions and cultures book.
Yeah.
And I think I might just go over it again just for fun. Just to see
Yeah,
what...
that was an interesting one. I took that course in USF, and the chick was pretty young chick, and she was all like very into chakras and shit, and she was very into Hindu religion, you know.
Yeah, my professor was dope as shit too. He was so
Yeah,
fucking
that chick
smart.
was
He
young, but
I don't know. I feel
I
like
didn't enjoy that class
those
too much.
religion books, like the history ones, like another title for them could be how the world was controlled.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, it does
Well, see
talk about that.
the
That's
humanities
a
class,
big part of it.
but the humanities class didn't go into the religion aspect of it. It was more about the history of the religion, right?
Yeah,
Like how
when
it
I
all
did,
came
it
about.
was when I learned about
Mine
that
was
was
also a lot
world
more-
history.
Yeah, mine was more about cultures as well, and not just religions.
Yeah. That was another thing. I remember he's right. Like when we did it for SPC,
Mhm.
it was a lot of cultural stuff, not
Yeah.
necessarily just religion.
Yeah, humanities class was pretty decent, but the best class I've had was probably determinative bacteriology. That one was fucking crazy.
I don't think I had a college class that I can recall that made me think like, oh, this was cool or anything like
I
that.
liked my ethics class as well. That dude was so fucking cool. He was like just straight up. He was like a comic almost, but he was very stuck up in a way. He was very straightforward, and if you fuck with him, he would fuck with you.
Yeah.
I had actually, I don't know if it was like a communication. I don't remember what the name of the class was. Basically, it was about not speaking, but styles of communication, and it wasn't speech. Anyways,
My negotiations class was really good.
I remember
You had a
she did.
negotiations
Yeah.
class? What type of shit? Where
She
did you
fucked-
go to?
For my degree,
Really?
for my master's, I needed to have a negotiations class
Oh, I
because I was in
Negotiate.
international business,
thought that's something that-
international.
thought that's something they
International
made you do
finance.
In a
Russia.
class like that, do they actually have like a lot of mock stuff where you would do it, actually go through and
Case studies. What would do? They would give us a scenario. One of the scenarios was, you're a car salesman. The other person is a buyer. You have
Yeah.
to negotiate. And then the other one was like, okay, you both want these specific fruits. Who's gonna get it?
Yeah.
And you have to negotiate who's gonna buy it.
Okay.
Things like that.
Kind of like fighting each other or fighting against something.
No,
with
fighting each
some-
other. Who's
Right.
gonna
It's
get
always
it.
fighting each other, but like sometimes it's direct versus
Yeah.
like sometimes we're doing it through a proxy because we want to win over that proxy.
Yeah, and I ended up winning the negotiation on selling the car. I got the highest amount of money for that car possible in the
like-
entire class.
I feel like Jay is missing something here. I feel like this is just graduation for Lithuanians.
What do you mean?
I feel like that's just the class that they make you take in Lithuania to graduate.
No, this was a master's degree.
It just doesn't sound real that in America they do that.
No, I'm telling you, it was an easy credit that I took, and plus, I learned a lot in that class. Like that was a pretty decent class.
Yeah, in college they give you some choices of just taking some bullshit
Yeah.
classes if you really want to. It's like there's some fucking useless ass classes that you can take.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And you paying money for that shit.
hmm
I mean, sometimes no, you're not, but
Forcibly.
Yeah.
And then we did a international marketing class. We had to put together a presentation. The teacher's friend was creating a new car, like its own super fast car that used the Corvette base, right? And we had to put a presentation together how it's going to look without having any other materials for the car. So our group ended up winning the best presentation. You know what I mean?
You know what I fucking hated as a kid? Those fucking school presentations that they made you do with science projects every year. I fucking hate those things. Having to get some cardboard box to put some text on it. So much fucking
You know, the
bullshit.
class that was the biggest disappointment, and not in the sense that the class was bad. The class was good. But the disappointment to learn all those things was the American government. That was the disappointment. And the disappointment came in when I learned that our votes don't mean shit. You know what I mean? That was the disappointment part. Where it's like
When they tell
You
when
go-
they
you
told
go-
about the electoral
You
college.
sitting there, yes, you're literally, that's exactly what I'm saying.
That's
You sitting there,
exactly
you
what I'm
go,
saying.
what is an electoral college? And they say, well, that's who votes. And you say, what do you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Like you vote for the electoral
all
college,
we
and
all
then hope
say
and
that
pray
shit.
that motherfucker gonna vote the way you want to vote.
We
you
all
know?
say that
shit
shit.
till you're like 14 and you're like, what?
What do you mean? Dad, I thought you voted for this fucker. He said, no, I did, but
Yeah,
I didn't.
no.
I didn't.
It's like, and they're like, oh, your vote counts. Your vote doesn't fucking count. Your vote doesn't fucking count. At the
They
end of the
count
day,
it, but it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's all about how the motherfucker gonna vote. The electoral college, like they might get the
I
votes.
mean, the point of
it's
the
rare
electoral
for it to
college
happen. They
was-
might get less votes, and they'll vote again with that less votes.
But usually that's not the way, right? They
Usually not.
Usually, right, the whole point of the electoral college is once the mass of the votes come in, you know, they go, okay, well, my state looks like they like this. Okay, I'm going to go with this.
Well, it's not
That's
by
the way-
state, right? It's by the fucking district.
But the electoral college they have by the state. Like, each state has a certain amount of votes.
No, each district has a certain amount of votes.
Districts, what do you mean?
So each state gets 2 representatives, depending on the amount of people that they have within a state. They get 2, 3, 1, depending on how many people.
Yeah,
there.
that's what I mean.
California has 19
Yeah, right, because of the people and
because
the size
the
of the
amount
state.
of people. Yeah, the size of the state. So it's not just each state votes that way. Each person within that district that it belongs to votes according to that district.
Got you.
Yeah. So that's why you get this just jambalaya of like, because California primarily votes Democrat because majority of people are concentrated in the bigger cities and they vote Democrat, just like Georgia. Georgia is a fucking redneck. Georgia is as redneck as it gets, but Georgia usually votes Democrat. Why? Because of Atlanta. Atlanta literally sways everything over.
Yeah, the sheer amount of people in Atlanta.
Correct. So
Most states have a winner-take-all system that awards all electors to the presidential candidate who wins the state's popular vote. However, Maine and Nebraska each have a variation of proportional representation.
Interesting.
yeah, but Nebraska ain't gonna do shit because Nebraska has what? How many candidates? 1 or 2?
So, in a sense, with those states, that your vote does matter then, because they're saying that whatever the majority of the state goes to, they end up putting all their electoral votes to that anyways. So in those states, your vote does matter.
Yeah, but that person might say, "Fuck all your votes. I'm gonna vote the way my
No.
district
What he was
voted."
saying is they have a rule. Say it again, Miggy.
No, they have a rule, but they still can elect to vote their own way.
So they can break the rule.
Correct.
Are you sure about that?
They're not supposed to because you elected them to do the job. But at the end of the day, if they're breaking it, they're gonna break the rule.
I don't know.
I mean,
if
it's
they
rare.
have
I
a
don't think
rule, I feel like they can't just break that. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of the rule being there.
So that's the reason why we have general elections. So with the general elections, you decide basically who you want.
Yeah.
Let me read a little bit.
Anyway, the way the system is designed is, it makes sense. Why? Because middle of the country doesn't have that many people that live in it. It's all concentration on West Coast and East Coast, right?
Yeah.
So if the middle goes completely red, doesn't mean the entire United States wants it red, because majority of population sits in the East Coast and the West Coast. So that's why they have the electoral college system, because it breaks down the percentages of votes that are gonna belong.
But why
to
wouldn't they just bundle it all together, not state by state?
Well, you can, because there are states that are gonna go red.
That's what I'm saying. Don't go state by state. Just literally
Count all the votes.
all the votes as one.
Well, here's a good
One state almost.
here's a good example.
As one
When-
country.
Trump was going against Barbara Bush. Barbara Bush won the popular vote. Not Barbara Bush. What am I talking
I was
about?
like, who's this?
Fucking Bush. Not Barbara, not the wife of the father, but Hillary.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton. When it was going against Hillary Clinton,
I was gonna
Hillary.
say we had another wife, right?
No. Hillary won the popular vote, but Trump won the presidency because he
Right.
got the
The electoral votes.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So your vote really doesn't fucking matter, because you can give more votes to the candidate that you
Right,
Might have
I
more
know what
roads,
you're
but then it
saying. We
might not.
witnessed it. I
Yeah,
remember. Right, I was.
yeah.
I remember sitting out there with my dad,
That was a little weenie kid.
and then I remember seeing it. Like, oh, okay, looks like Hillary's gonna win. And then I walked away, and a couple hours later, I heard a little screaming. What the fuck is this?
Yeah. Well, it's not. It's not only. It's not only Hillary. I think. Even with Bush was the same thing. Even Bush lost the popular vote to Al Gore. Al Gore won the popular vote, but they gave it to Bush.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, because there's backdoor negotiations going on with these electoral college people. You know what I mean?
Speaking of negotiations, we'll move on a little bit here, bro. Yesterday, people don't know. I went to buy a car, and which I did end up buying, and I took your brother with me, bro. Within like
Most hated person
yeah,
in the world.
he was the most hated person in the world that whole night. It was funny and like nerve wracking at the same time.
But you have to understand, man. Like when you go to those dealerships, they're trying to screw you, and they know they're trying to screw you, and they continue to do it with a smile in their face. And then what's gonna happen? They're gonna go to the back office and still gonna fucking laugh at you because they screwed you over.
So my thing is, this is kind of what irks me about car salesmen, and like I think this is probably an issue with a lot of high ticket salesmen, right? Usually, like let's say you go to a generic, like not something that's not high ticket, but there's salesmen there and they work off commission, bro. Those sales guys, even when you treat them like shit, they're gonna continue being nice to you.
Yeah,
they want to make their fucking 40, 60, couple $100, whatever they're gonna make, right? Bro, these car salesmen, the moment you don't want to play their game, they turn into assholes.
yeah, they do.
Like
that's a tactic,
and it's annoying as fuck because it just makes you want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why do you want me to leave? Like, okay, we've made the deal already. We've agreed at this number. Why are you still being a dick?
Yeah.
Like, just because we want to double check stuff, because every time your brother's like, no, I want to see it. Like we want to see stuff. We want to see this. I want to see this. Anytime something was brought up, it's like, let's see it on paper. Let's see it on paper, kind of thing. And I feel like that's not a crazy request.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it's not something out of this world.
Well, because you literally, because they go to these classes and they teach them how to negotiate with you to get the most amount of money. What he's doing, he's literally going against what they're taught. They're saying, put it on paper. They don't like to do that because there's like, well, we never promised you that. You're like, what do you mean you said that? No, I never told you that. But now it's on fucking paper. He can't take that shit back.
Yeah.
So they can't fucking like navigate their way through
this
things.
This is how it kind of went down. I found the car I wanted to go look at. It was all the way in Sarasota. And I was telling your brother I want to go look at it. And I was talking to the guy already that it's available still. Okay. Your brother's like, bro, that's an hour drive. Let's like try and text or email them and like maybe negotiate a little bit already before we get there, right? So you're yeah, that's because I'm still mad. Yeah, they were being assholes, bro. Look, so your brother calls, and your brother's being your brother, right? The hound, and so he calls and he gets them down on from the price a few grand actually from what they wanted out the door. And from what I heard, from what it seemed, they were already like the sales guy was already kind of being an asshole at one point with your brother because your brother was pushing and
yeah, because he's like, well, there's another thing. You know
instantly,
why?
I think I know what you're gonna say. Instantly, your brother is talking to him about negotiating and then tells him to get his sales manager, and that's probably what instantly is like, all right, fuck this guy.
Well, not only that, because
the sales
you're
manager
buying the car and Art is negotiating instead of you.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
Yeah.
Because they're like, this motherfucker's not buying the car. He's negotiating for the other guy. I could have probably gotten more money if I was negotiating directly with you.
Yeah, well, that's not how it went down.
Exactly. And they already don't like that situation.
Yeah.
Because,
but
you're being influenced by someone else. They want to isolate you and just like...
Another thing was, the negotiation happened with the salesman, and then your brother got, I think, even more down when he got to the sales manager, And that probably pissed him off because that's coming out of his commission.
Correct.
Right? So then we get there and instantly like the guy comes and introduces himself to us and he's just like in a fucking dry ass mood. We go on a car ride and instantly like the whole time me and your brother are just being us, talking shit, cracking jokes, whatever. And the guy's just like dead serious, very minimal answers to questions. And then we get there, we start going over stuff, and I'll skip over this part, but I'll mention it. Kind of is they tried getting me a really bad with the fucking interest rate, like hitting me with double the interest rate that had already been pre-approved for with a different bank. And so like, bro, that shit was so funny because we didn't tell them we had a pre-approval. We just did it through them, and then your brother, when they come over, and your brother goes, well, what's the interest you guys calculated? Because they come over with the sheet that has all the prices per monthly and all that shit. And he tells them the interest, and your brother straight up says, get the fuck out of here, and starts laughing, right? And bro, it was funny because this guy, I won't say his name, but this guy's, he came.
Yeah, put him on blast. Fuck him.
The finance guy came, and he was so nice at first. And the moment your brother said, get the fuck out of here.
It was kind of
bro, he instantly switched to the same exact attitude that the sales guy had.
Yeah, but that was kind of rude of him to say. But at the same time, bro, you coming over and you trying to literally grape me without Vaseline, bro. And you think I'm gonna fucking take it? Like, that's how I take this.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I understand you need to make money.
The worst,
I need to get a price down. So let's just come up with a number that's good for both
of
us. Neither one of us win.
The funny part is he didn't believe that we had a rate that was half the percentage that he gave us, right? And he's like, let me see it then. And so I'm pulling it up. And it got to a point when he realized that I was legit pulling it up. I wasn't bluffing. Like, he saw the PDF loading of the approval and everything. He straight up just walked away and said, you can have the sales guy email that to me. I don't need anything. Because he knew he knew he wasn't going to be able to do anything, I guess, right?
Well,
and he was pissed at your brother already.
He could have done it. At this point, it was like, fuck this. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Just go with your own rate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
10 times better than what they gave me. So.
Yeah. So that's the thing, like, it's...
And this was the weirdest part, actually. So that finance guy, right? That moment, he switched up. He became a dickhead, too. And then he was a dickhead through the whole process right up until he switched up on a dime the moment we're doing the financing. That's when they ask you about extra packages. This man had the audacity to walk through the entire thing, right? And then question me why I'm not getting it. Because I was like, no, I don't think I'm not going to get any of that. And he goes, why? And I said, it's certified pre-owned, right? He goes, yes. And I said, I'm good with that. He says, well, then you want to go and fix all this. Like, he started, like, trying to bamboozle me. And I was like, bro, let me sign my shit. It's late. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And it was
because they make another commission just on that.
I'll say this. It's the quickest car sale I think I've witnessed, but it was the shittiest one. In the sense of the experience of the salespeople. It was so bad.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Not even like, you know how Emily's guy was kind of a little, when you got there, because it's the same thing, another guy negotiating. 10 times worse. 10 times worse. Yeah. Like, blatantly rude.
Yeah. So here's the thing. At this point, how many cars would you say I've bought in my life in dealerships?
In dealerships?
I
think
probably
2.
No,
For
more.
yourself?
Not for myself. In general. How many negotiations I've been present to?
At least over a dozen.
At least a 10.
At
least a 10, right? Yeah. And there's only one fucking time
you had an enjoyable experience.
It's literally like 1 out of 10. It's a 10% that I went there and the guy was like legit.
Yeah.
I went there, I emailed him, gave me a discount right away. We got there, saw the car, liked everything, talked to him. At the end, he comes out and says, bro, we don't even charge these crazy dealership fees. It's only $250. The minute he said it's only $250, I was like, you know what? Sign the fucking papers. Because, like, these guys came right off the gate honest about it. Like, I know you got to make money. I know I'm not getting the best deal, but you're not screwing me over either. I get that. I'm okay with that. But when they're coming off the gate and they're trying to, like, bamboozle you, and you know that you can get a better price.
Bro,
like,
the worst one I've heard so far of, like, them trying to get him good was Rodolfo.
Yeah.
When he was looking for a TLX. So he had 2 TLXs that he was picking between. And the first one, he ended up going with the second option, that one he has now. But the first one, and he went to go look at it, bro. The car was, I don't remember what it was exactly listed for. But they ended up basically, like, out the door was like 10 grand more than what the list price was.
What the fuck were they tagging on top?
Bro, crazy, right? And then negotiating, they would still only tack on like 7.5. Was like the least they would go with tacking on to the, you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy, I heard. And that's why he was like, fuck you. And he went and bought the other one.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, because these salesmen, legit, they'll take them to courses, bro. Like, they've negotiated. They have so much more experience than you do. That's why you got to come in there. Like, you got to come in there as a dickhead. You got to bring it, just like jiu-jitsu, right? When you fuck with people, they start getting annoyed. And when they get annoyed, they start making mistakes.
You know,
you got to get them annoyed right off the gate.
And the funny part was, is like, me and your brother were kind of like complete opposites, like good cop, bad cop kind of thing. Because I wasn't speaking a lot, but when I would, it was mostly nice things. Like I was always saying thank you, I appreciate
that
you.
would probably make him even more fucking mad, bro.
That's what I told your brother. I said to him, I said, bro, listen.
Now, the reason that would make him mad because they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I better negotiate with him because I could sell it for more to him.
And another thing, I was telling your brother, I was like, bro, you gotta kill him with kindness. He's like, no, like you can't be nice to these guys, right? And I tell him, listen, look, what other option does this guy have than to say you're welcome when I tell him I appreciate you? He has to. If he doesn't, certified dickhead. Certified. Like he needs to get the plaque on his desk, right? Yeah, because and then what you're doing is now you're effectively forcing them to be nice when they don't want to, and that's even more funny.
Yeah, but then see the thing is with that, you know, the kill him with kindness, you know, that thing, in my opinion, in car dealerships, it doesn't work.
Well, no. You have no. It only worked funny because your brother was there.
Yeah.
That I could do that.
Yeah.
Now, if you're by yourself, you can't do that. You can't do that. You have to just be the straight up dickhead.
Yeah.
You have to go in there with that energy, get the fuck out of here energy.
Like
you know,
you have to, and the reason it's like that because they are setting this shit up for you. Like you're creating this environment for me to be a dickhead. I don't like to be a dickhead, but you're creating this environment for me to be a dickhead.
So like the way it happened too is I reached out to these people, and then bro, you know, like car salesmen are they like vultures.
That was J philosophy in my head, and I thought, so jujitsu. You put me in the environment to fucking choke people. I'm gonna choke people.
Yeah, that's literally what it comes down to. You fuck with somebody until they make a fucking mistake, and that's when you exploit the mistake, right? And it's the same thing with them. You get in there, you get them all fucking riled up. When they're riled up, that's when they start making mistakes.
Oh right, that was
saying things.
Another thing too is like they were trying to say like the tag was gonna be 500.
Yeah.
Right, and then because your brother kept pushing them like no, put it at the price we said. And then add the tag on. Because you're saying the tag's going to be 500. Don't just try and add 500 off the get. No. Put the price of the car, and then we'll see what the tag comes out to be. Tag ended up coming out to be $212.
Yeah, that's a normal standard price. And they know that shit.
They know that shit.
And it's usually not $212. It's usually like $150. They're keeping the rest.
We looked it up at $250. I mean, maybe because they're a dealer, they get it for less. That's possible. But I mean, when you go to the DMV right now, if you were to just go yourself, you need a new tag.
New tag, not a transfer over.
No, new tag. They would charge you $250.
Yeah.
That's what they charge me.
They put tag in $500 so they can keep the rest. Mm-hmm. And that $215, I think they're still keeping money off of that.
Yeah, like I said, because they're a dealer, they probably do get the tags at less price.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. This is why. If you don't want the hassle of negotiation, buy a fucking Tesla. There's no negotiation in Tesla. Everyone pays the same fucking price.
I think that's like a... Why don't you think other car companies do that? Is that just not the car world?
No. Well, this is the reason why they're all fucking losing right now. This is literally the reason why they're all losing because they have so much staff, right? Not only it's the mechanics, like... Tesla doesn't have a lot of salesmen. Tesla has 0 salesmen, as a matter of fact.
No, they don't. You just go on the website, order the fucking car.
You can go to their showrooms. There's only maybe 1 or 2 guys.
Yeah, and they don't really know how to sell a car. They know how to configure it.
They're just, okay, what do you want? This, okay. Here,
yeah, that's what I mean. They don't really know how to sell a car. They just know how to configure it. Yeah, they'll ask you salesman questions, but they're not like traditional car salesmen.
They're not talking you into buying one.
These are people that they fucking sold their car to, and they're like, you know how to run the car, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's literally what it is. And that's literally what it is. Like with Tesla, like
you know how to turn it on. Yeah. You can show someone to turn it on. All right, we got you. Certified Tesla salesman.
Yeah, the traditional dealerships. You know how much money they're spending just on salesmen?
Oh my god!
And all the people that are filling up these paperworks and all the finance people, bro. Like it's an insane amount of money they're spending. That's why these dealerships are not. They don't know what to do with Tesla. Because Tesla are literally taking a market share from them away. And it's not because they're selling their electric cars. It's the fucking experience of the dealership. If somebody goes to Tesla, like, think about it this way. If I had a wife or a girlfriend, oh, I like this car. No, we're getting a Tesla. No, we're getting a Tesla. Because I already know like the benefits of getting a car. It's not the sexiest car in the world. No. It's not the coolest car in the world. But it's gonna do the job that I want it to do.
Yeah.
You know,
I did really consider.
If you don't like the color, we'll wrap it.
You know, I did really consider. Because I had the whole idea in my head of if I can't get something I like for the price I like, let me just go ahead and get something reliable. But then both you and everyone else, my dad and all the people, kind of told me, make sure you get something you at least enjoy.
You have to enjoy the car, bro.
Driving
You
it
have
for
to
so long, and
you have to
so
enjoy the car. You cannot enjoy the car.
And I enjoy my new car.
Yeah,
I really do.
Well, you won't know this until about 3-4 years into it. That's when the thing comes in where like, okay, do I really enjoy my car? You know,
Yeah.
I can tell you for a fact, like it's been so many years, I still enjoy my car, driving my car, even though it's, well, at this point is what 5-6 years old.
I don't see, just because I feel like I've been driving long enough and I've driven enough different kinds of cars. I don't see myself. I mean, the car's also.
You always want a different car, like right. If you were a millionaire, it'd be a different story. But at that price point, you get the car that you like.
And I think I got the best car I could get for the price point I was looking at.
I think so. In my opinion, is a little. This is just me being me. I think it's just a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. But at the end of the day, you better. We've all been there. Like I've been there. Your dad's been there. My brother's been there.
Another thing too is also like I feel like the bigger of the loan I get to is gonna look better when I go get a house in the future.
Yeah, but I think with the credit score you got, you're not gonna have any issues getting a house. Most likely, but see, it's not gonna depend on that. Getting the house is gonna depend on the amount of money you're making because the house cannot be more than 3% of your
43%
monthly income.
I would like it to be less than 30.
Less than 30. If you're talking about less than 30, so if your mortgage is at $3,000, you got to be making 10 grand a month.
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
Saying.
That's a hella salary. That's you're right up there with the top 17% earners in the United States.
Yeah.
That's a big amount of money. That's why you're gonna have to go in with two as a couple, right? Like you and your girl. So both of you together might be able to pull in. That's
that's why I say 30%. I feel like between us, like we shouldn't be putting more than 30% of our total income towards a home.
Like ideally,
when we go to get ready to get a house.
Yeah, ideally you want depending when you buy the house, of course, you want to be right at around maybe 20%. You know what I mean? That's what you want ideally between 10 to 20% between both of you.
Yeah.
Because then you have the extra cash to do all the extra shit that you want to do.
Go on vacation, do whatever
if you think about it, 30% of both of your income, that's a big amount of money. Because then you got still insurances, this car payments, all the other shit that comes along with the house. It's a lot of money, man. But I don't know, man. Like car dealership experience, bro. I don't know of a single fucking person that enjoys the car dealership experience.
Man. It sucks.
I had a great time at Toyota. I had donuts.
Yeah, the donuts.
I will say this. There's one time I had a good time, and it wasn't doing the whole car buying thing, but at least a salesman. And it's because he just didn't know any better. Sadly, we were his first group ever that he's ever sold, and I was like, oh, because it's funny. I'm sitting there, and this guy was asking me a bunch of questions and shit, and almost reading off a sheet. Yeah. And we get through it was the GR Corolla when I went to go drive the GR, and we get through 45 minutes of the interaction. I wasn't there for too long, and I asked the guy, I said, "How long you been selling cars for, man?" He was Dominican, by the way, well, not actually from the Dominican Republic, but descent. Yeah. And he goes, "I actually just started. I'm the rookie of the whatever," and I didn't say anything, but in my head I was like, I can tell. Right, because you're just asking me all the generic questions and stuff like that, and not really flowing or
He's not building rapport. He's not doing anything.
Telling me maybe that he was like, oh, I think maybe a lease would be possible. It's a used car, and in my head I'm like, a lease is not possible on a used car usually, right? And a bunch of shit. And that was the only time it was enjoyable because he didn't know any better. He was kind of just.
So you're not getting screwed. Yeah.
Bro was just trying to get through the interaction.
Yeah, he's just trying to get through the day.
He was just trying to get through the day,
car dealerships are the easiest to get a job.
They flip them quick.
There's other businesses that flip them quick. Car dealerships is the easiest way to get a job. You can come in with whatever resume you want, whatever background you want. You sit down in front of the hiring manager, so why do you want this job? I want to make money. That's why I want this job. I want to make money. That sentence right there, you say that sentence, okay, you're hired. They won't even look at your resume. The reason I know this is because there was a time in my life where I was like, okay, I need to get a second job. So what's the best way to do it? Let's go to a car dealership. I sat in front of the manager. He's like, hey, what's your name? This is the first question comes out of his mouth. Why do you want to be a salesman? Why do you want to work for yourself? I want to make money. How many days a week can you work? I was like, well, you can only work these days. Like, no, I can't have it. I need to have you here for the entire week. I was like, okay, I understand. Literally, he didn't, first question out of his mouth.
Instantly.
Why do you want to I want to make money. That's
then,
it. Because
and
they
then
don't care, bro.
income
They
work.
just want people that are gung ho. They're gonna go like knock on the doors, just constantly. But I think one of the worst jobs to have is the solar panel salesman. Those are the worst jobs,
Shit sucks.
I'd be wanting to smack a motherfucker.
bro. They would come up with the craziest things. And the newest one that came out knocked on my door is like, oh no, you're not buying a solar panel. We buy it for you and just put it on your roof. And I'm like, okay, let me entertain this. This is a new one. How is this gonna? Let me see what you coming out
Jay
with now.
said, "You are number one bullshit guy."
Yeah, you're the number one bullshit guy. Let me entertain this to see what the fuck are you talking about? Because I've never heard a sales pitch like that. We buy it for you. I'm like, what do you mean you buy it for me? He's like, yeah, we buy it for you, put it on your roof, and then you just pay us X amount of money a year, a month for us. Like, you kind of like renting it from us. I was like, okay, for how long? Well, it depends. It could be 15, 20 years. And then what happens? Oh, and then it's yours. So how are you buying this for me? You know what I mean? So how are you buying this for me? But I think what they're doing is it's a scam, because I think what they're doing is could be that they're buying it for you, right? But the way they're doing it is they'll finance it on their own name, but then they hit you with a different financing, right? Like whatever it costs them to buy, they're hitting you with a larger amount. So they're making a money in between, right?
Every
Every month.
middlemaning the finance.
Yeah, because if you think about, you sell 1,000 solar panels, that's $50 per panel extra, right? So that's 50 grand a month that's gonna come to your pocket. Not only that, in 5 years when they lock doors, they lock shop, the financing is under your name. They're just a co-signer on the thing, so they're not really buying it for you. So if you don't want to pay, you're just not gonna happen. It falls on you. Yeah. So they make the money in between. They've collected their money. So think about it. With this guerrilla marketing, there ain't nothing to sell 10,000 solar units.
Your brother has real bad salespeople going to his house all the time.
It's because he opens the door like, what the fuck do you want? You know what I mean? That's why. Like, I get those assholes knocking on my door at least once a week. You know what I mean?
I don't get them very often, but your brother, man, I remember seeing one. He showed me like the video, I think, of one interaction where the guy was basically just like, no, I'm not selling nothing.
Yeah, Joe is right. The only sales job that you want is the passive income, which is really what he's talking about is financial advisors. So what it is just you have to sell your personality to people that have money, and you basically advise them through it, and that's how you make your money, by advising them, and then you build a pipeline of.
But that's not really passive, because you gotta continuously advise them. I think
but it's usually once a year.
When I think passive income, I think of when you're selling subscriptions.
Yeah.
That's what I would think of passive income. Any kind of subscription, which I guess the finance is a subscription because they gotta pay monthly or whatever it is. But I would think of how people that sell like those the pyramid schemes kind of stuff. That's kind of passive income because they make the sale and they sell a subscription.
For example,
insurance,
book of business that keeps reviewing policies every year.
Every time they review a policy, they're gonna get a kickback from that.
The only thing with insurance salesmen, I think it's better if you are a financial advisor that also has the license to sell insurance. The reason it's better because now your portfolio is much more diversified. Because insurance products, you can get insurance products for every flavor of an investor. But insurance products are usually commission up front. You get the money collected up front, and that's that. And then you have to renew it after X amount of years, mm-hmm. right? You build that pipeline that way. As a financial advisor, you have the option to go both ways. You can sell it up front, you generate money like that, then you manage their portfolio as well on a side, where now you're getting a pipeline of, let's say, 1%.
Dipping your hands into more baskets that way.
More baskets, yeah. Financial advisor is a little more diversified, I think. And I think you get a better education when you're a financial advisor. You can actually help people better. Because most people have no fucking idea what they're buying. Yeah. Like, for example, a good example would be for insurance products, like income after it's been annuitized, right? Like, for example, after X amount of years, you can start collecting income, right? And it's X amount of money per month. That's great for somebody that's a widow. For example, you as a husband, you know that she's gonna outlive you, whatever. You get a couple insurance policies on her name, and then she got reoccurring monthly checks that come into her. She doesn't need to think about anything, right? But that might not work for somebody that's a high net worth individual, right? Like high net worth individual, somebody that's in 10 million, 20 million bracket, that's not gonna do anything for them, right? Because they're gonna continue making money even after they retire, right? Like that money is gonna come in from all the ventures that they have. So that income that's gonna come in is not worth it for them, right?
Yeah.
So
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up for tonight, guys. It's getting a little late.
yeah, so wholesale, yes, that's another game. But to get into wholesale, man, good luck. Cause like selling to USPS, we got a friend, a family that does that. He takes care of basically USPS, and that's a fucking you gotta be a yeah. That's very difficult to get into the wholesale insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for coming in today. Joe, Arthur, and anybody else in the chat who came to talk with us. We appreciate you guys. Shout out to our sponsors, UFC Gym Largo and Pinellas Park, coming soon. And Vitality Wellness Centers. Go check those things
But
out,
yeah,
guys.
Joe, I do agree. The finance game is the best one for recurring.
Yeah. Alrighty,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you next week. Thank you.